sorry. Take 15 seconds, slide your journals to the side, and get up. We're gonna play. We're gonna play. Let's go. 15 seconds. 15, 14, 13, 12. It's not a slow 15 seconds. It's a fast 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's just start moving around the room. Just start with moving. Moving safely. Moving towards the center. Making sure you're not skirting the sides. Matthew's putting himself in the middle. Good. Jeremiah, don't hide on the sides. Let's go, Brian, don't hide on the sides. Come into the middle. Who has a word to start? Who has a word to start? What? This is what's making this difficult. Nobody's talking on the ball. No, stop. Praise. What's making this difficult right now? Brian?
Nobody's touching the ball.
I wouldn't say nobody, because there are people doing it, so let's use more precise language. Everyone isn't charging on the ball. There are some people who are not. What else, though? Roberta?
Voice too low.
Yeah, if everybody can't hear it, then we can't be ready, right? We don't know who it's going to go to next. Everyone needs to be able to hear. So, you ready to start something?
Yes.
Go for it.
$1,000.
$1 million.
$1,000.
Money. In the box.
Joseph, hands out of your pocket so you're ready to catch. Skylar, hands out of your pocket so you're ready to catch. Stay aware of where the ball is. Joseph, follow the ball with your eyes.
Nothing.
Everything. Money. How?
Something.
Mr. Fantastic. Fantastic Four. Yeah, we need to go home. The thing.
Keep moving. Pass it to two people. Pass it to people. Hassan, I'm going to ban you for getting the ball.
I'm doing nothing.
Keep moving.
Iron Man.
Batman.
Justice League. He's dead.
Superman.
Robin.
Jeremiah, get yourself in there. Joseph, get yourself in there.
Thank you. Thank you. We made it up.
I'm gonna say the red.
Awkward.
TV show.
Caitlin, she's had the ball recently. Joseph hasn't had the ball. Jeremiah hasn't had the
Hey,
ball.
Joseph. It's Joseph. Go still. 2K13. 2K17. Has not come yet.
Joseph, include yourself in the group. The thing I'm about to give you is the key. Not only, I want to remind us that the thing that is holding us back the most in the last few weeks is this idea of like side conversations and not being able to bring it back. So I'm going to remind you that I am going to be vigilant about giving demerits for it. All right? I just want to do it so that we can make sure that we cut it down so that we can be 100% successful in arguing, playing, and have as much fun as we can. What I'm about to give you is the secret to success in so many ways. It is the secret to success in creating a great improvisational story, but a lot of this can be applied in literature, can be applied in writing, and can really help you understand how great authors make great stories. I've included an improv cheat sheet on the back, so if you get a chance to look at it, you can. I'm collecting these again, because you guys do mean things to the papers that you put in your journals. So I'm going to hold on to these and we'll get these new every day so that we can keep them nice and clean. But take one, pass it down. Take one, pass it down. Take one, pass it down. What's up, Al? Right up cards. Skylar, will you collect the extras, please? The sports one. Okay.
I need a paper.
So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to be on this side of the paper where it says creating a story using the story spine. Now, the story spine is not directly related to your spine, but it's kind of the same idea. You have a spine. Your hand on your spine. Alison does not know where his spine is. Your spine begins here and ends here with your tailbone. Does anyone know what the purpose of your spine is? Like the main purpose. There's lots of actually different purposes, but the main purpose of your spine is what, Fran? No. So close. Not to make you sit up straight. Matthew?
To send messages to the body.
It holds the neurons that do that, but that's not the purpose of the spine, not the bones. Okay? It holds the like connections that do that. Alan?
It's the foundation of your body.
It is. It holds up your body. If you had no spine, we would all walk around like this all day long. Like your spine holds up your body. So today we're going to be learning, about a story spine. The spine is made up of, I'm not sure if you know this, is made up of a lot of different bones that are all stacked on top of each other. And when they're stacked on top of each other correctly, they hold us up straight. Okay? So we want to create the story spine by understanding the pieces of the story, stacking them up in order, and so that it makes like a really clear, really awesome, very interesting story. So you guys have heard, like in probably third grade, you guys learned about beginning, middle, end, right, of a story. And then as you've gotten older, you've added pieces, like I think in 5th or 6th grade, we talked about how there was the beginning, and then there was the rising action, and then the climax, and then the falling action. Gene, you with me? Okay. Today, and in improv, and in most stories, I want us to think about this. There are 5 parts to any story. There is the beginning, the first significant incident. When you get to college, they will call that the inciting incident. Inciting means to begin, okay? The inciting incident of a war is the first shot that's fired, is the first cannon that goes off, is the first tank that like invades a country. So it's the first significant event that begins the story. The middle, oh, I remember that from 3rd grade. Yes, I know something. The climax, which is when the story is at its most dramatic, and then the end. Yes, Gene?
I was watching a movie called The Few Good Men, right? And so I remember the part when he was at the Tom Cruise, he was in the courtroom, and he was trying to, I forgot who he was talking to.
Jack Nicholson? the you can't handle the truth moment.
Yeah, was that a climax?
Yeah, that's the moment where like, for those of you that have not seen it, Tom Cruise is trying to get a general who's like way on top of him to admit, Brian's demerit, to admit, KB's demerit, to admit that he did something wrong, okay? And so because it would be like you guys interrogating Mr. Roskam and trying to get Mr. Roskam to admit that he did something wrong. And so Tom Cruise can't like be like rude about it. He's just got to be like, I'm gonna ask you questions. And then at the end, Jack Nicholson's character ends up getting so angry, right? Tom Cruise works him up so much that he like explodes and admits in a moment of like spontaneity, right? He doesn't mean to admit that he did something wrong, but he does, and Tom Cruise gets him, and so yeah, that is a climax. So, what are the purposes of each of these things? I need 5 readers. So what's the purpose of the beginning? Oh, we see this word, the foundation. The foundation just really means like, what is life like for the character at the beginning of the story? The foundation for you right now is you're in theater class. The expectation is that you're sitting up straight without your hands on the ground. And you're reading this paper. Like that's your foundation right now, okay? That's where you're starting. What's the purpose of the beginning? Brianna, go ahead. And then I want the following people just go down. So Jean, Kayla, Joseph, Roberta. Wait, sorry. High school level voices, remember. Brianna, you start.
The foundation of the story is built and the routine is established.
The routine is broken and the foundation is destroyed.
In the middle?
Face the consequences of having broken the routine. They encounter difficulties and struggle against them, taking out great mistakes.
High school ready voice? The end.
The characters are the succeed of the new foundation is built and a new routine established.
Right. So, this is the way we're going to begin to build a story. And for right now, we're going to use a very specific structure. Eventually, you guys are going to want to break free of that structure once you feel really supported. And that's fine, Brian. The sentence starters I've provided here, we are going to use today. We are not going to branch out from them today. So we're going to create stories just like in our because groups. And you'll notice that the middle of the story is very similar to that because game, right? Someone makes a beginning, and then everybody just added because of that, because of that. So right now, all we're really doing is helping us figure out how we can make one big problem. And then, a lot of us have struggled with, how do we end it? Specifically, how do we end it without just killing the person, right? Because that's like what we always go to. How do we end it? So I have an example here. Let's read this fun little story. In the beginning, Skylar, what happens in the beginning of our story? If you can't see it, you should have the paper up, because it's on the paper. In the beginning of our story, Skylar, to demand for not knowing where we are. We're reading the example. Felicity, can you start the beginning? What's the beginning of the story? High school ready voice.
Once upon a time, there was a girl every day is one.
And what was the first significant event, Matthew?
One day she ate
The middle, Damien.
Because of that, the grasshoppers attacked the frog. Because of that, the frogs fought back. Because of that, the swamp water of 2007 was wonderful.
So we probably could go on with, because of that, the frogs took their frog spears and began to cook barbecues of grasshoppers. Because of that, the grasshoppers dumped swamp water on top of the frogs, flaming and burning. Like we could, because of that, for quite some time. Until we decide that actually this story is nearing its end. When it's nearing its end, We can't just skip to the end. They all lived happily ever after. We have to make the story come to a climax. We have to make something exciting happen. So Kayla, what is the climax of this story?
Until finally the flies sided with the grasshopper.
High school ready, boys.
Until finally the flies sided with the grasshopper.
And in the end, Alan, what happens?
And ever since then, the frog ate pizza.
And ever since then, the frogs ate pizza. So, pretty simple story. It's based off of this specific framework. I want us to try it as a group. We have time. We do. Okay. So, I am going to begin with a beginning. I'm going to find a foundation for a character. What should our character's name be? Son? Jamie. Okay, so I'm going to only use my sentence starter to add on. I'm going to say the sentence, then I'm going to say the person's name who I'm passing it to. You may pass it to anyone. Okay? Every day, Jamie walked to school past a donut shop. Scott. High school ready, boys.
One day when he was walking into the donut shop to school.
Pass it on to somebody else.
Because of that, he couldn't drink coffee, and because of that,
No, you can only have one. Because of that, you couldn't drink coffee. Pass it on.
Because of that, he broke into the coffee shop. I mean the donut shop.
Pass it on.
Brianna.
You can cold call. People who are avoiding eye contact, Alan, get yourself engaged so that you know where we are.
Because he brought that to the,
Just because of that, you don't have to repeat.
because of that, he went to jail for 10 years.
because of that, he smoked drugs.
Until finally the police caught him. Oh, gee.
Ever since then, Jamie has been known as OG Jamie.
You know as what?
OG Jamie.
So, Jamie began walking to school every day past a donut shop. And because the donut shop closed, he broke into the donut shop, went to jail, began to sell drugs, and gained a nickname that obviously has to do with drug selling. Right?
Johnson.
An interesting progression for a guy who just walks past a donut shop every day, right? So this structure really does help us to raise the stakes. We want to remember that raising the stakes happens mostly here, okay? Because of that, and if you're forgetting what raising the stakes, what you need to do to raise the stakes, you can flip over your paper, because it is on the back, and you can be reminded that the two ways you can raise the stakes, you can give the character more to gain or lose, and you can make it more likely that the character will fail. Great. This round of boys, you are going to be a group. And when I say go, you're going to move to that corner. This row of boys, wow, it's interesting the boys are all up front. Love it. This row of boys, you guys are going to get to go in the hallway. This row of girls, you guys be in that corner. Joseph, come join this row, and Isaiah, join this row. You're going around in a circle. Actually, your group may choose. You may go around in a circle, or you can do what we just did, passing from person to person. Okay? But make sure every person in the group is participating. Don't let quiet people just slink by Alan Holden. But obviously not loud. That was me. Gentlemen, move quickly. Guys, I don't know if you know, like it just says this really good. Okay. You jump into the center. Yeah, just really quickly.
We're able to talk to you.
Matthew, everyone's sitting on the floor. You start.
No, I'll start. All right.
Fred had legs.
Because, wait, hold on. You.
Because of that, Fred joined the military.
Oh.
Cold heart. Because he joined the military.
Because of that, he became just like Austin stories.
What?
He had no legs, he just has blades.
Because he has blades, he decided to run around the city cutting people.
Because he became the assassin. Crazy. Instead of killing every human he saw.
Because he started killing every human he saw. Every military force.
He's never.
No, it's until finally.
No, we don't keep
So,
going.
We're supposed to say.
we don't have to say three, we can say as much, and then someone can finish it off.
Go ahead, go back.
Because the military caught him. Because of that. Because the military caught him.
Military, not military.
Because they caught him. They all come here and watching porn.
Until he started driving a motorcycle.
What? No.
But that's not one of the starting sentences.
Say about one day.
But you said,
But one day he started riding a motorcycle.
Actually, the word is singing, so.
but one day he started riding a motorcycle.
I go ahead, Alan.
No.
No, no, no. You can start it over. All right, you're doing.
You know what? Because of that.
No, stop. We're not cutting. You're not cutting. Stop.
Okay, once upon a time, Yoshi was riding his go-kart.
But one day,
Every day. Every day.
I can't.
Yoshi decided to ride a motorcycle.
I can really do this.
Because of that.
Yoshi decided
You said because of that.
Because of that, he accidentally ran over.
because of that.
What?
There's a camera right there.
So what? She said we can. Go, Joshua.
Because he wrapped Mario in butter, he got killed by Luigi.
That's the end of the
I
story.
mean, he got jumped by.
Okay.
No, you don't have to say it. He could put the climax. And ever since then, he never went back. He never helped Mario again.
Because he wrapped.
Wait, I'm confused. Are they called the Luigi brothers or the Mario brothers?
Mario Brothers.
Wait, so what's your last name? Luigi Mario.
Actually, Mario's older than Luigi.
Alright, forget it. Gene, you start.
What's it called? Every day, Bobby Johnson went to Miami to play basketball.
Because he went, but one day, he was playing basketball on the water. Joseph.
Oh, he's trying to speak.
Shut up.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt. Can I bring you guys in and we're gonna fishbowl your group, okay? Hey guys, can I, sorry, bring your stories to an end. When it's to an end, come make a large
So finally,
circle.
happy birthday, yeah, they take it out of the Play Store.
Exactly, I don't know why. I'm supposed to play it.
And he needs the large circle, the outside scholars are gonna make the inner circle. If you were outside in the hallway, you're in the inner circle. Sorry, you guys will go tomorrow.
Wait, tomorrow's Friday. Oh, wait, we said.
Next class.
Joshua, you start.
Hold on. I know you guys are ready to just jump in, and I love that. Let me just set some expectations. If you're on the outside, I want you to be following along on the structure. How are they doing? Specifically, I want you to think about the middle. Who in here will raise the stakes, and who do you think raises the stakes with like the most accuracy? Either using the gain or loss principle or the failure principle. I also want you to just to enjoy the story. Guys in this circle, I want to remind you that it should be improvisation. It should not be something that you guys did out in the hallway, so you're not prepared. Okay? We're still working on spontaneity. Whenever you're ready.
Every day.
Hold on. One more thing. Oh gosh, Keisha. We do need to remember our high school ready voices if we're performing.
Every day after school, Shakisha started a fight.
But one day, she fought over
Because of that, she got arrested by the SWAT team.
Because of that, she fought back and went to jail.
Because she went to jail, she met a girl named Zeus, and she taught her.
Because of that, she had one.
because of that, she dropped
And since then, she never ever saw that she never saw anyone again.
On 2, 1, 2. So, general feedback for their performance. General feedback. Caleb,
They said because of that.
high school.
They said because of that more than they were like at
Is that allowed?
Yeah.
Good observation. Damien?
I think that some of the things that they said didn't really connect to what happened before. Like, they probably missed a couple of things in between to make that what happened.
So you're saying that they were missing a bit of the cause and effect. They weren't keeping that in mind. I think we're going to start with fishbowl tomorrow on Monday because I think this was helpful. It was difficult to hear. If you're performing on Monday, make sure that you are what you keep, especially like just at the end. KV, Alan, as we got like less sure of what the story was, we got quiet. Please get your things. Oh, please get your things. Please line up. And Isaiah, please collect the sheets at the door.
And journal.
Voices off when you're ready.
It was in the wrong direction.
Move quickly, please, because you're a little bit behind the rest of the line. Whatever. There's a lot of side conversations happening. Remember that your job is to come and follow directions, Anthony. Get in a circle. Get in a circle. Get in a circle. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Destiny.
It's still recording.
Oh, thanks. Can you just stop it for me, please? I was recording